We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Thompson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. First carry for Samaje Perine. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Trying to improvise. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, wide open, complete. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Smith. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Josh Doxson's got it complete. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there. Smith to Dotson. And even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Thompson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ready, wide 80. Orange.
To throw on second down is Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have a concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jameis now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. It's time to play. Hey, stop.
They go play action. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now Winston out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, stop. Green, triple C.
Play fake. Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Deshaun Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 17-3. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set. Line 80. Great 15. 15, yeah. Slot.
Here's Smith now on second down. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The Redskins on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Play action. It's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's McBride. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And a loose football. And the Buccaneers have it.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Skirts by him at the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 77 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Trey McBride now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On 1st down, it's Smith. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Macklin, the intended receiver.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A give to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. To throw, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
That's it, baby. That's it.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
I got 11. I got 11. Set. Line, 80. Yeah. Play it. Tiger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Thompson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
15. Liz.
On 1st down, Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Orange. Slot.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14.
15.
From the gun, here's Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Buccaneers have it.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. On the return, it's McBride. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And, he spins past him and into space. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. From the 50, it's Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. The first carry for Josh Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down now, Adams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Play action now. Winston. Complete. He finds Bray. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Even. Ready.
On second down, Adams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready.
On Play action. Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Quan Alexander in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
We got 3, fellas. Line 80.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll field this at the 5. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on 1st down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Winston now. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
3 down.
3rd and long for Winston. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. The 13 yards that time of the 1st.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Carl Nassib in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Liz. Stay open. No, right.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3 down, look. 3 down.
Now it's the backup Bradford. Looking downfield for Godwin. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield? Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And Reed with it over the middle. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
15.
And they'll run it here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
3 down. Ready? Line 80.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for it all. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, that's Adams. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Bradford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
3 down, look, 3 down. Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. Whip. Watch the whip. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Check.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. You go tight. You got tight right there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big-body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.